spirit of curiosity is very important. When we are curious, we start exploring, and in my case, I found beautiful insects. My name is Sunaina, and I like taking photos of insects and spiders. I'm an amateur entomologist and a macro photographer. I am a medical doctor by qualification, so is my husband. We moved to Bunbury for work, and I have a son, so I'm now a full-time mother and his carer. And when we came to Bunbury, Vivek started school. My son started school, so that gave me some free time to look around and explore Bunbury, which made me fall in love with the place. Bunbury is a town that's 2 hours south of Perth. It's in the region of the southwest of Western Australia. We came to live in Bunbury in 2013, so that's more than 4 years ago now. Bunbury is very famous for its wildflowers. There are many insects that are endemic just to the southwest, and that is probably the thing that I really like about this place. I like that I can see things that are found nowhere else in the world, and that makes me connected to the place much more. So I started off looking for insects in my garden, and I found that there is much more to insects than just bees and flies and pests. So I found that there are really beautiful bugs around us. So when I first started taking photos, I mostly used my phone to take photos before I had the big setup. So it's very important to look closely, condition your eyes to the tiny insects, because that's the most important thing, conditioning your senses, because there's so much noise around us, there's so much other things going on, but focusing on the insect and listening keenly, because there is a cicada buzzing, then there are bees buzzing here. So that's the challenge with phone photography. You can get good shots, but you need a lot of patience and persistence. I think at first it was getting a good photo or spotting a good insect or spider was about being in the right place at the right time. But more I started seeing things and more I started photographing, I sensed the patterns, the seasonality of the insects, and what insect to find where and what plant it's attracted to. I'm not a gardener who got interested in insects, but I'm someone who got interested in insects, which led me to learn more about plants. I post here every day, almost every day, and this is my most recent shot. This is a pair of blue-banded bees. Both are males. So blue-banded bees don't form hives, they're solitary bees. The males just go to sleep on branches and twigs. They roost in a group. And this is the photo of 2 bees roosting and just ready to go to bed. They don't sting. Most of the native bees don't sting. And the insect that causes most reactions and most fatal things in Australia is the introduced European bee. I have not been stung or bitten yet in the last 4 years since I've gotten close to insects. I think I should stop looking at the computer, go out and take some photos. We are at the Big Swamp Parkland. It's a beautiful place. It's right in the center of Bunbury. It's got beautiful native vegetation, and it has a freshwater swamp which is seasonal. So it's a good place to find insects and spiders. So this place is literally crawling with bugs. looking for the green-backed shieldbug. The nymphs are usually present on the seed pods of this plant. This is the Acacia cyclops. So I'm trying to find, oh, there it is. That's a nymph. That's quite a spectacular looking insect. After I've spotted the bug, it's about keeping the distance so that I don't scare it away. Most of these bugs are shy. The nymph doesn't have wings, but it's very quick. It's easy for it to get away from us. So we have to approach with caution, not to scare it, kind of build the confidence and make the bug pose for you. And working with the wind, because wind kind of shakes everything. That's the challenge. So getting one good shot may take sometimes half an hour. Since I've been coming to the Big Swarm to take photos of insects, I've met the Friends of the Big Swarm. They are a fantastic group of people who do a lot of volunteer work. Seed collecting is one of the practical things they do. We collect native seeds of various native plants. It's a long process of collecting the seeds and then separating the seeds from the pods and getting enough amount of seeds to sell them and make a profit, and all the profits go to the Big Swarm.
Oh, Sue's photos are fantastic. They really are, because they're a wonderful microcosm of the insects that are actually here. Sue's stuff gives people some idea of the values, the intrinsic values that are here, and it helps protect the swamp.
I absolutely love what I'm doing. It gives me a lot of pleasure and a sense of accomplishment. It also gives me a purpose to photograph the insects and show to the world. And also it is my way of giving back to Bunbury, because Bunbury has given so much to me in the form of its visual beauty and the insect life. So I really want to show it to the world, and that gives me a lot of pleasure.